Dit is Rebel Up vanavond hier live bij BRUZZ met natuurlijk niemand minder dan Sepkat. Sep, alles goed?
Ja, ça va. We zijn hier weer hè, voor een mooi uurtje Rebel Up. Met allerlei klanken uit de wereld. Hedendaagse klanken en vaak elektronisch of experimenteel. Dus we gaan van alles horen vandaag.
Naar goede gewoonte. Hebben we ook goede gasten bij vanavond die straks connecten op de videochat. Vanavond zijn dat niemand minder dan Samah Mustafa en later ook nog Center of the Universe. Ik weet niet of je daar al iets over kwijt wilt.
Ja, dat is een Noorse artiest die zo'n beetje de squee-elektronica van Scandinavië maakt, maar dat ook vermengt met sferen uit de wereld, zoals uit het Midden-Oosten, de Balkan en ook een beetje zelfs dubby dancehall vibes.
Oké, cool. En Samah Mustafa, die we straks gaan interviewen, is een Palestijnse zangeres. Dus ik kijk heel hard uit naar deze show vanavond. Er zijn weer 2 super interessante gasten. Maar beginnen doen we met een mooie track van SHIRAN.
Ja, en SHIRAN is een Jemenitische artiest die in Israël woont. En dat is ook van haar album dat al een jaartje uit is, maar dit is dan een remix van de song Nifrah Farah. En dat is een remix van DJ Kobayashi, die ook de labelbaas is. Die zit in Londen. En het is een zeer mooie track. Het begint met wat beats en Oosterse sferen en haar Jemenitische zang.
Alright, het is SHIRAN met Nifrah Farah in de DJ Kobayashi remix. Je luistert naar Rebel Up live samen met DJ Sepkat.
Ja.
Yes.
عزاكيف والعالم والناس شو بدهن يحكوا شو بدهن يقولوا عيب ممنوع عيب ممنوع يا ويلي كيف عزاكيف والعالم والناس شو بدهن يحكوا شو بدهن يقولوا عيب ممنوع عيب والناس يا ويلي ما تبكيش ما تحبيش ما تحسيش عيب اوعي ما تبكيش ما تحبيش ما تحسيش عيب كيف عزاكيف والعالم والناس شو بدهن يحكوا شو بدهن يقولوا عيب ممنوع ما تبكيش ما تحبيش ما تحسيش عيب اوعي كيف عزاكيف والعالم والناس شو بدهن يحكوا شو بدهن يقولوا عيب ممنوع ما تبكيش ما تحبيش ما تحسيش عيب اوعي كيف عزاكيف والعالم والناس شو بدهن يحكوا شو بدهن يقولوا عيب ممنوع ما تبكيش ما تحبيش ما تحسيش عيب اوعي عيب ممنوع يا ويلي
Prachtig nummer van Samah Mustafa met de titel Taboo. Samah Mustafa is een Arabisch-Palestijnse zangeres, een muzikante ook en zang- en muziektherapeut in het professionele leven. Haar muzikale reis die werd beïnvloed door de Oosterse klassieke zang en Arabische volksmuziek. En tegenwoordig is ze bandleider, schrijft ze, componeert ze en arrangeert ze ambient, folk en experimentele klanken op basis van vocale en op instrumentale loops. Dus dat is de beschrijving van onze eerste gasten van vanavond.
Ja, een rijkelijk palet.
Ja, een heel breed palet inderdaad. En Samah Mustafa is live with us tonight. Hi Samah.
Hi to you. Hi Omar. Hi Sebastian. How are you?
Hello, welcome to our digital web space here in the video stream, international video stream.
Yeah. Great to have you on the show, Samah. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good.
Nice. So your new album, Balur, it's a kind of a dreamy experimental trip through Arabic music. Can you tell us a little bit more about the concept of that album and what Balur, the title, means?
Yeah. First of all, Balur, it's Arabic name. It means the crystals. This album is based on the vocals. I could use the vocals in many ways. It's not like classical ways in Arabic music. It was important for me to express what the vocals also can do, not only sing lyrics. It can be expressed too much levels of feelings. It's based on the vocal loops and how it merged with other instruments.
Okay, interesting. But so it's largely based on vocals, but you don't only use vocals in to create, but also in your professional life because you're a vocal and musical therapist. What's the relationship between the two? How do those two, your professional and your artistic life, mix and match?
I had a long journey with being a therapist also, as a music therapist, and I finished my course in vocal psychotherapy, so I'm also a vocal psychotherapist. And in my music, I find this way how to connect between my two identities as a musician and also as a therapist. So I can say that in therapy I also get connects with too many feelings which I can express through my music.
I see. Okay. We listened to the opening track already of your album. It's called Taboo. It's can you tell us about that track? What is it about you sing?
Yeah. In Arabic, let's say the lyrics I used, it like many expressions what taboo means. It's not allowed, it's not acceptable. Which in this song I really wanted to represent this situation or this part, how to be a female in the Middle East, let's say, in a community or in a society that it's not allowed to express so many feelings because it's not allowed, it's not acceptable in the society. So I wanted to let this feelings, let this thoughts to get out because it's needed. And I wanted in this song to talk about what taboo means, and it's enough to listen to hear like expressions that depressed this feelings because it's very normal feelings.
So it's kind of about normalizing those emotions and getting them out of the taboo zone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's also like yesterday was also International Women's Rights Day. And here in Brussels, there were plenty of female collectives organizing musical events or cycling with hundreds of women in the city center and making noise everywhere. How was it done in Palestine yesterday?
Yeah, there's I could see that in music and arts there's a very strong movement that can give this date like a good attention, and I hope that this date like this movements like go in normal life also, not in this day in this day, because I believe that to say thank you, to say to give the woman what really she deserve. It's not depends on one day. It's supposed to be every day.
It should be every day a thankfulness of all things and all things that happen, and not just taking it for granted or needing a special day to celebrate it, which only to confront the macho or the patriarchy for just one day. It's not enough, I guess.
Hopefully we can keep that spirit alive during all the rest of the days of the year. We were going to listen to another track of yours. It's called Traditional. Tell me about the track. Is it more an ode to tradition, or is it more breaking with traditions, or
maybe both?
It's both, actually.
Both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's both because it's a folk, very old Palestinian folk song, which I rearranged. I used to listen to this song in the weddings, in the traditional weddings.
Yeah.
So I was influenced very much from the roots, from the folk songs, which I choose this one because it reminds me of my childhood, actually. So I rearrange it. So yes, you can say it's very traditional and very new at the same time.
Okay,
so in a way rearranged into the new times, like a marriage song or a traditional song for the times now, for young people growing up now.
Yeah, it's kind of a marriage between the past and the present and the future in one track.
Yeah.
Let's listen to this track by Samah Mustafa with the title Traditional. Talk to you in a bit, Samah, so stay connected.
Yeah.
Nog een prachtige track van Samah Mustafa, Traditional heet die. Samah Mustafa is still live with us tonight. Thank you for this beautiful track, Traditional, Samah.
Thank you for listening. Thanks.
So in this track, you can also really hear the vocal loops in the background. What was the moment that you started using those vocal loops? Has it always been there, or was there a certain moment that you really discovered the power of it?
Do you mean specifically in this track?
No, more when you started using your vocals as an instrument.
Yeah. It's a good question actually because I remember I used to meditate a lot and to use my voice in this kind of ritual. So I always was amazed in the harmony of the voices and what harmony can be and what strong feelings and peace it gives me. And one time I just explored one app in the phone that how can I use loops. And from there I was amazed how can I put one loop on the other, and I just developed it, and now I have my looper station and I use it for compositions, for my compositions.
Okay, yeah, it's interesting to know that it comes from meditation because it really gives some context to it, yeah.
Yeah, but you can also hear that a bit in the music as well. Like a lot of meditative or ambient and influences in the music itself. That it's not like fast-paced or with harsh sounds, but it's all sort of a very meditative sound.
Yeah,
almost
and overall quite dreamy and a little experimental. Are those terms that you can relate with? What do those terms mean to you? Like dreaminess, experimental, ambient. Is this things you can relate to?
Yes, very much. And like this is the atmosphere that I feel really me inside, and very connected to it. And as I told you, I believe in the power of the voices. So for me is like to create my own bath, let's say, of voices, of vocals, of harmony. It gives me very this feeling that I really connect to my inner voice, my true one. And I feel if I believe in that if I connect to it, so I can really reflect it to outside.
And let's listen to another track of the album. It's maybe more upbeat track, something you would maybe even dance to. It's called Banat al-Arab. What do you sing about in this song?
Banat al-Arab. Wow, this song I really love, and it means a lot to me. It's a song that expresses the power of the Arab girls, of the for a change. Like I see that it's really easy for each one to connect with the let's say sad sides or sad feelings. And yes, but I believe in this song that there is some parts of like the empowerment of the woman and like good habits that Arab women in their tradition do. So I try to express these habits in this song.
All right, amazing. Let's listen to this empowering, upbeat song that's called Banat El Arab.
Exactly, and it really links to yesterday, to the International Women's Rights Day. So that's, I think, the perfect for the soundtrack of that.
Dit is Banat El Arab bij Samah Mustafa. Je luistert nog steeds naar Rebel Up, live bij BRUZZ.
احنا من الوطن طلينا ما نلبس الا الحرير فاخر ليالينا يا ريت العز لنا يندم لنحني ايدينا ونقول فرحتنا اليوم يا بعد عينينا وحنا بنات القوم احنا من الوطن فرحتنا اليوم يا بعد عينينا
Banat El Arab by Samah Mustafa. A completely different vibe than the songs we already heard earlier, but yet another amazing track. So thank you again, Samah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Some real nice, almost free jazzy and funky bass vibes in there.
I love the bass in there.
Really good. Like I really like that sort of more bouncy vibe as well that gets in a really different way. Not even electronically, but in a more sort of like the pulsation of the strings and the percussion of that, and a bit of the clashing of the jazz sounds.
Exactly.
It's also interesting to see that right now, like in Palestine and Israel and all over a bit of the MENA world, that there's like a lot of female artists getting up, like also like SHIRAN that we played before in the show, also Liras, who lives in Israel but who sings in Persian, and also you have like Dina Wedidi in Egypt that we're gonna play later in the show. I see there's like a lot of young female artists getting out there, especially female singers who are really launching their careers in the last 5 years.
And I believe that the combination between the traditions, it makes the music really rich and interesting, which in Banat al-Arab we can as you said, that the free jazz with Banat al-Arab because Banat al-Arab, it means the Arabs, daughters of Arab. So because when we hear this name directly, we think of the desert, we think of the Bedouin, it's the atmosphere of the Arab, of the old Arab,
of the old style, exactly. But
and now with the music that there's no borders, that we can really combine between jazz and freestyle that can really meet.
Yeah,
meeting on the styles, and also like the meeting of the new inspirations and the new dreams and going forward instead of staying back in the past.
I hope this movement will keep on growing and will keep on gaining power.
It has to.
It has to, of course. But and if we look at the coming period with a positive attitude, things will probably start opening up again. Do you have any plans for 2021? How will this year look for you?
I released this album during the quarantine, which there was no live shows, so I didn't really feel that the album is
out there,
is alive. So my plans is to give the album another push live, with like arranging touring. So I'm working on this.
Okay,
so you'll be ready. You'll be ready to get out when everything is normal again. You'll be ready to put this album live in the best way possible. Huh?
Yeah, I hope we can catch you maybe somewhere near Brussels, if that's possible for you. I think you're very welcome to come play a show here.
I'll be really happy.
Hopefully that's gonna happen in the next year or so when things get back on track. So we can support culture again and have people touring again and new artists playing in our concert rooms here. We need that. I think everybody is so hungry for that.
I'm craving for some concerts. So Samah, it was a delight having you on the show tonight. We're gonna have to say goodbye now because our time is over. But thank you so much for being here, and thank you for sharing.
Thank you very much.
Everything with us.
We are now going to continue with a track by Black Lulu, our good friend Ruben Lahaf, who's also the one who connected us. So if Ruben is listening, hello Ruben, hala. Hope you're doing all well. And then we're going to play a track of him that he produced, his own production, together with some musicians. I'm not sure if he did it with Palestinian or with Syrian musicians in this track. This is the track called Bordayan. And there's like also keyboard on there and the mishwish flute. So it's a really good track, and it gets a bit more bouncy and electronic. So we're gonna go in those vibes, staying in the area, in the area where you are, Samah, and we are here traveling with you guys because in the winter of Brussels with the cold wind.
We could use that. Yeah. Thank you so much, Samah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Shukran. Shukran.
And see you around.
Thank you
Bye,
for being
Samah.
there. Bye bye.
Dit is Black Lulu met Bordayan.
يلي نويت الغرام خليك بعيد عنه ده كله هجر وخصام وسألنا عنه عشت قبلك كتير ما شفت شي منه إلا الدلال والجفا والصد والهجران مادام عرفت اللي فيه خلاص بعيد عنه كام أسهر الليل وعمري في هواك فاني كام أسهر الليل وعمري في هواك فاني كام أسهر الليل
DJ Totti en Dina El Wedidi met Ya Bader.
Ja, een geweldige track ook. Het is een
Fantastisch, ja.
Egyptisch duo. Dina Wedidi is een zangeres uit Cairo. En ook DJ Totti is een producer uit Cairo van de Maraganat Electro-Shabi scene. En Dina Wedidi komt meer uit de elektronische folkhoek. En hebben ze een beetje een mix gedaan. Hebben ze een jaar op gewerkt om zo tot elkaar te komen qua stijl. En de song Ya Badr, blijkbaar gaat het over een liefdesverdriet en een break-up. Dus helaas ook in coronatijden nog altijd een prangend thema.
Ja.
Dus het is eigenlijk een beetje een trieste
Nooit
song.
niet
maar-
relevant.
Ja, blijft altijd relevant, hè? Een liefdesverdriet,
Klopt.
blues. Dus over het uiteenvallen van een relatie, ja. Maar een mooie tune ook. En daarvoor was de track van Black Lulu, een bevriende producer uit Tel Aviv, die vooral met Arabische muziek werkt. En die track noemde Ja Bordayan.
Yes, en dan gaan we over naar onze tweede gast van vanavond.
Oh,
Die
ja.
heet Center of the Universe. En dat is een project van de Zweedse producer en muzikant.
Noorse producer.
Noorse producer
Sorry.
en muzikant, sorry. Johan.
Sorry, Jorgen.
Johan Sisyphus. Die grossiert eigenlijk in een elektronische global klank. Het is heel eclectisch tussen squee beats, 8-bit sferen, dub, Arabische en Balkan sferen. En zijn nieuwe EP, Interrow Bangers, die is sinds 5 maart uit op het Noorse label Metronomicon Audio uit Oslo. Hi Johan, how are you? Voor den goden medaille.
Hello. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, Johan. How are
Yeah.
you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Nice having you here, Jorgen.
Yeah, tusen tak. Thank you for being on the show.
Yeah, also Omar talks a bit of Danish.
Ja,
that's why.
snack een smoele dansk men de go week live, because then it's going to be confusing.
Awesome. Do it. Come on, mash it up. Even on Belgian Brussels radio.
Yeah, I'll slip some Danish in here and there. So how are you doing, Johan? Welcome to the show. How are you?
No, I'm very fine. I'm in my studio. And,
Yeah, we can see it all behind, like the whole setup, all wires and machines and.
Yeah, it looks lovely.
Nice. Also have like a nice, what is it, like a projector screen with nice blue blinkies on it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to make it a little nice to look at. But it's the last month I've been making a lot of video, so
Yeah,
trying to make, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to disguise all the stuff.
I see.
Yeah, this is something very interesting for all the listeners and the viewers here. Like, go to the channel of Center of the Universe on YouTube or even on Facebook, and you can see a lot of his videos that he created with like little live sessions, streaming and all. And there's some really good stuff in there.
Cool. But anyway, you just released an EP that's called Intro Bangers with 5 tracks on them, all in very different styles. So what's the idea behind this project, behind all these different tracks and styles?
No, the interrobang is a combination between a question mark and an exclamation mark.
Okay.
That's
So-
actually what bangs is. Okay, I was wondering.
So my idea was to make like bangers to play out. I was doing the sketches of this before the pandemic, so I was like thinking making bangers for the dance floor that had both this curious character and this exclamation mark insisting character.
Yeah. So doubtful but outgoing at the same time, maybe.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's
awesome.
perhaps like sort of also a soundtrack for this current year that we are in
Yeah.
a sense.
Let's pass on to a first track. It's called Bassoon.
Yeah.
So what can you tell us about this song? It's inspired by Oriental disco from the Lebanese 70s and 80s. Sepp told me.
Well, that's more my take on it.
Or
but
that's your take on it.
I'm
yeah.
curious to hear Jörn's take on it.
Yeah, actually, it started out with me messing around with synthesizers and trying to make a synthesized bassoon sound, which is not
Okay.
really easy.
Yeah, the
And,
bassoon.
Yeah, like a good bassoon sound on a synthesizer is not very easy. But I'm like trying to make that, and I thought I was thinking about. Fusing a bassoon, which is something very Western, with the Surna synthesizer, which
The
is very
Zurna,
Eastern,
yeah. Like the
which is
flutes from
also
the
a very
Maghreb.
hard sound to make
Yeah.
on the synthesizer. So it was like kind of like experiment, and then it turned out into disco in the end.
Okay, then it grew into bassoon. So let's play this this first track of Center of the Universe from his latest EP, Intro Bangers. The track is called Bassoon.
Bassoon is now.
Bassoon is now.
Soon
Center of
is
the
now,
universe.
or bassoon is now.
Jorn, talk to you in a bit, so stay connected.
Yeah.
Yes. Bassoon van Center of the Universe. Een project van Jorgen Sisyphus, who is still live with us tonight. Hi Jorgen, are you still there?
Hello.
Awesome track, Bassoon. I really like it.
Really party track. This one, it's gonna be one that we have to keep in the crates for when the next party's in the summertime or whenever the clubs open up again as well. For
Definitely.
Sure.
The next track that's coming up is more in a dubby dancehall style, with a lot of bleeps and beats. How did you come? How did you end up with this amazing mix? It's the track called Slang Tang, Cosmic Slang Tang.
If you know the Slang Tang, the original Slang Tang.
The original Slang Tang, yeah. Good old style dancehall. The anthem in the sense of the rhythm for many of those tracks. Huh?
The idea was that I wanted to do my version of the Slang Tang. So that's it actually, like a cosmic or maybe an oriental Slang Tang.
Okay.
So that's it actually.
I see. And how do you go about a track like that? I mean, like, does it start with a certain idea for a melody, or how does a process for a track like that look?
Now it starts with the idea, and here it started with the sample. I wanted to do something with that sample because I like that. It's original a lot.
It's an amazing, the original, it's always a classic to play at any party, everybody knows it. It's like one of those bass rhythms, like that takes the body.
Yeah, so I want to do like a track that where people will say, oh, is this the Slang Tang? Oh, it's not. No, it's something else. Kind of confuse people on the dance floor.
Yeah. And do you do everything in your home studio, or do you also do collaborations with other artists?
I do a lot of collaborations. I record other people and let other people do remixes. So it's kind of a collaborative effort, even if it's a solo band.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, awesome. So let's listen to this Cosmic Slang Tang by Center of the Universe. Very curious to hear the track.
And then after, I think we're gonna glue the Balkan track after. The track that is the Balkan WaveNet, the Balkan WaveNet. We're gonna glue like how you say glue after that, because otherwise our time is almost up in the next 4 minutes. So we're gonna mash it up quickly soon through, and then we hopefully talk quickly back to you to say bye after all the tunes. Okay, Jorgen.
Okay,
yes.
Thank you.
Let's hear Cosmic Slang Tang by Center of the Universe. Cosmic Slang Tang by Center of the Universe.
Yeah.
Jorn,
Nice tune, man. Really bouncing.
Yeah, great tune. But are you still there, Jorn?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
We're gonna have to say goodbye because we ran out of time again. It's always an hour is always too short.
An hour is too short for us. We could easily do this like a whole evening, you know, like just playing tunes and talking to people and yeah.
But thank you so much for being on the show tonight. It was awesome having you, and yeah, I hope 2021 brings a lot of nice things to Center of the Universe.
For sure.
And but yeah, thanks tusen takk for being on the show.
Thanks a lot. It was really nice.
And also for everybody, check out the single Center of the Universe on. It's on Bandcamp. You can find it also on all the platforms. But support the artist. So Bandcamp is always the better way. And yeah, check it out on the Metronomicon label on Bandcamp. And check out this Intro Banks EP. Really worth getting.
Yes,
support
for sure.
your artist. We always have to repeat that. Has to be done.
Another shout out to Samah Mustafa, who is also on our show tonight, and thanks again to Jorn Sisyphus of Center of the Universe for being here. Have a good evening, everyone, and see you next time. Bye bye.
Thank you, Jorn. Tak.
Ciao.
Ciao.